A non-governmental organization, Aneke Pascal Onyekake Foundation, has distributed free exercise books to pupils in Community Primary School 1 and 2 in Ozam, Amechi Dodo, Nkanu East Local Government Area of Enugu State, with an encouragement to the children to take their studies seriously. The serene atmosphere of the school was agog as the team arrived the arena with over 300 children benefiting from the free exercise books. Speaking during the event, the program officer of the foundation, Obinna Obu, said the idea of sharing the books was to empower the children educationally. According to him, the foundation has put in place all the necessary measures to support the development of education in the area. He said the foundation had visited and donated books to some other schools in Enugu South, Nkanu East, and Nkanu West local government areas.
We are here, which is part of our ongoing project, which cut across distribution of educational materials to pupils of rural schools located in rural communities. So we've covered other local governments. So this another local government, another school under Nkanu East, which we've covered today. And I think our come here was successful, though the rain tried to disrupt, but to God be the glory, the aim of coming here was achieved at the end of the day.
As they are shared too.
Sure, it will be useful to them, and it's obvious on the way they collected it and their countenance and their expression of joy and the collection. We believe that by giving them these books, it will help them to do their homework, assignment, and classwork, and then take their learning serious. Thank you.
3 pupils, Sarah Obase, Chimeremeze Goodness, and Ernest Igwe, expressed joy that their school was remembered and thanked the foundation for the gesture, pledging to take their studies seriously.
I am happy, and we are happy as you give us the exercise book of Aneke. Thank you for giving us. We are happy.
I want to say you people thank you for coming and sharing the book for us.
I want to say to you people thank you for coming and sharing book for us.
Speaking, the 2 headmistresses of the Community Primary School 1 and 2, Ozam Amechi Dodo, Mrs. Regina Ngozi, and Magdalene Ume, thanked the foundation for their humanitarian efforts by providing free books to the children, saying that the books will motivate the pupils.
All I have to say is thank you, Lord. We really appreciate your coming. We are happy. It's real good. We are happy for the foundation have shared up to let's say 500 size books to the children, and children also we are happy that they receive this gift from you people. We appreciate you and your foundation, and we pray that God will continue to guide you.
Even my pupils are excited. I appreciate you people for coming, at least to show us that this type of thing is in existence. Because if people are not here, we will not have known that you are in existence, that this such a thing is even in existence. So we appreciate it.
Mr. Levinus Ibuaba, an indigene of Amechi Dodo, thanked the foundation for sharing free books to the children and also encouraged them to do more. He also encouraged the pupils to take their studies seriously, that with the books shared to them, it will be very helpful to their studies.
I'm very excited. When I heard that your people are coming, I was overwhelmed, because I know that coming here will cushion the effects of the cost of education in the life of the parents of the pupils. An adage in our locality that says no okachako. No, just meaning that whomever eats his yam, that one is the highest farmer. So Aneke has remembered us. Aneke is the greatest. I'm happy with them, and I pray that God will strengthen them the more.
The school environment was filled with happiness as the book distribution continues. For Aneke TV, it's been Chiwendo Ifeonwankwo reporting.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, 042. Thank you for joining us today. You're tuned in to Sunrise on Aneke TV, your go-to guide for a bright and informed morning. I'm Deborah Nwaka Oba, coming to you live from our studio here in vibrant Enugu.
And I'm Uche Osai. Wherever you are, at home, in your office, or in traffic, thank you for letting us into your space this lovely Thursday morning. We're always here to refresh, inform, and motivate.
And today is Thursday, August 21, 2025. And of course, like always, we are here with your full lineup of news, weather, trending stories, and that special sunrise vibe to help you begin the day.
So, relax, sip your tea or coffee, enjoy the ride because sunrise is here.
And firstly, we would start off with our quote of the day, with words that are always educative, encouraging, and worth drawing insight from, to ensure that we are always focused, well-driven, and open to growth.
And right after that, we'll give you today's newspaper headlines. All the key updates you need will be served hot and tasty.
We've also got your weather report for the day, covering cities across the southeast, which will help you get well prepared and good to go.
And later, we will take you through today's celebration to lift your spirit.
Okay, and to our quote of today, it's coming from no other person but William Shakespeare. And in his quote, he said, "Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none." I repeat, love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. And what he means by love all means show kindness, compassion, and goodwill to everyone. Treat people with respect regardless of who they are. And then trust a few, he means while you can be kind to all, not everyone deserves your full trust. Trust should be reserved for those who have truly proven themselves reliable and genuine. And when he says do wrong to none, he also is saying that we should live in a way that doesn't harm others. Avoid actions that would intentionally hurt people, whether in words or in deeds. In short, Shakespeare is saying we should live with kindness and love, that we should be wise about whom we place our trust in, and always strive to do no harm. I don't know if you have anything to add to this, Mr. Uche.
You've said it all. There's nothing to add to it. Let love lead. Love is the basics.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's true. And as usual, please always remember that each new sunrise is an opportunity for us, or a platform meant for us to grow, to try something new or something different, and to learn every day, or simply be present and active in what we do. Please let us know what this quote means to you. Drop your thoughts on Facebook, X, Instagram, or right here on YouTube, all at Aneke TV. And we'll be going on a short break. After, when we return, we will take the weather update. Please stay tuned.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
And you're still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Stay tuned as we take a look at today's weather across major cities in the southeast.
Firstly, we have Awka, the capitals of Anambra State. In Awka, expect a little rain in the morning, but the rest of the day will stay cloudy. Temperatures will reach about 27 degrees Celsius during the day and cool down to around 21 degrees Celsius at night.
And in Enugu, the skies will be mostly cloudy, and there's a good chance of scattered thunderstorms as the day goes on. The day's high will be about 29 degrees Celsius, with lows near 22 degrees Celsius.
And moving over to Abakaleke, it will also be a cloudy day, and by the afternoon, widely separated thunderstorms could appear. Expect a high of 28 degrees Celsius and a low of 22 degrees Celsius.
For Owerri, the weather stays mostly cloudy. You might get a stray thunderstorm into the afternoon, but it won't be widespread. Temperatures will be, however, around 29 degrees Celsius during the day and 22 degrees Celsius at night.
And lastly, in Umahia, the morning may bring a brief shower or two, but afterward, it's mostly thick clouds for the rest of the day. The high will be at 29 degrees Celsius and the low about 22 degrees Celsius.
So, wherever you are in the southeast today, dress light, keep your umbrella close. Rain or shine, we've got you covered. That's your weather report today. We'll be right back with more updates.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth, and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform, and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV. Let's see what's making front page news today in The Nation, Punch, Vanguard, and The Guardian newspapers. On today's show, we have again our in-house analyst, Mrs. Chiwendu Ifeonu-Wankwo. Thank you for joining us once again, Mrs. Chiwendu.
Thank you very much, Ms. Deborah and Mr. Sai.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So moving over to the headlines on The Nation. Nigeria projects $1 billion in trade investment from Japan summit. Now on the Punch headlines, we have Wike Makinde rift threatens high-stakes PDP convention. Now over to the Vanguard headlines, we have anger over planned pay rise for political office holders. Then in the Guardian headlines, we have road tax scheme stalls after delivering 2.6 trillion naira projects. As the Nation headlines reports that Nigerian projects $1 billion in trade investments from Japan summit. And you could actually say this is a positive development for Nigeria's economy in order to strengthen trade relations with Japan? Mrs. Chiwendu?
Of course, the other week we were talking about some papers, some dailies carried the news that our president joining this trip he made to Japan, Brazil, that will make him now the highest traveled president. That was of the view that so long as the travel was geared towards bringing in the best, bringing in investments into the country, making the economy not just to stabilize but to grow, helping us lead towards the right direction. I wouldn't mind that. So now seeing the outcome from there, it is said that iron sharpened iron. He went there and from the course of the conference, they were able to come up with something. Oh, that means maybe this will help us to get to where we are going. So that was what made them to get the projection of that $1 billion
Yes.
dollars projection of what they will be working towards to. I want to believe that conference, that program he went for, is really a viable one, a good one, that at least it was able to stir something positive in him that gave rise to this projection. That's my take on that, Mr. Sai. What do you think?
You're right. That should be, the president is naturally supposed to be in high spirits, doing and cashing in on any opportunity to bring in investment. The headline says projects $1 billion.
Projection.
$1 billion. Even at the end of the day, if it doesn't get to 1 billion, expectedly, we are supposed to get something from that conference and exhibition in China. But at the end of the day, I think one thing the president needs to do is they really need to vet the people that work with him, the people he entrusts with responsibilities. Why do I say this? I have seen a lot of comments from Nigerians who are in Japan. People who have gone to this fair hoping to leverage the opportunity that this presents, only to be left with the usual Nigerian scenario. Attitude. Other countries, their booths were up and running at the opening of the fair. But Nigerians were nowhere to be seen. The Japanese investors and that want to interact, leverage the opportunity, were left stunned and with complaints. One thing I know about the Japanese, in their in their mode of operation is that they value presence, they value reliability, relationship. These are the things they count more on before they build a business relationship. Yes. Now, I want to read something out so that you begin to get the whole picture. Yes, this is from Nigerian Ministry over there. Say, contrary to a tweet made by a participant at the TICAD, the Nigerian booth at TICAD 9 has not yet been opened. The booth will be officially inaugurated on Thursday, 21st August 2025, after which it will become fully operational and serve the delegates of TICAD, right? How many days after the event has been officially opened? And you're taking extra day? 2 days to now do an official opening.
That's true.
You want to do an official opening for a booth where you have to market your nation. Granted, like this tweet said, that what the Nigerians there are complaining is not true. But this tweet is a pointer to something fundamentally wrong with us.
But I'm not seeing preparedness there.
Yes. So that's why you see the Japanese there, from all the information I've been able to piece together, are complaining that when they went to the Kenyan the treatment, everything was opposite of what they saw with Nigerians.
Okay.
Only God knows the number of entourage that were booked for this event. And then yet, not even one official was there to even tell people that, okay, we've not inaugurated our booth, we'll take extra 2 days, maybe we'll put it on a Saturday, the usual or one day for us.
No preparation.
Nothing.
No preparation.
It means that, could it be that they don't know that such things happen?
It's not about not knowing. It's the usual Nigerian attitude to things.
No, I want to, I'm arriving at somewhere.
Okay.
If they actually know that this is the way they run this fair, it means that even before leaving here, preparations, plans should have been on ground that on arrival, the booth should be open for our people there to come in and start showcasing what they have, so that we'll start making contacts, building relations immediately, straight away.
Question from all I've been able to piece together, Nigerians there were in high spirit to leverage this opportunity, and the Japanese, everybody was, from what I've read, they were keen to interact with Nigerians, and nobody was there. That's why when I opened my statement, I said it's commendable for the president to project, but the people who saddle with responsibility matters. It then means that they are not kicking in the same direction with the president. How are you going to attract $1 billion with this level of attitude?
From the air?
No, we will inaugurate it on Saturday. Official inauguration of a
when will
booth.
the fair finish? So how long will it run? When your mate, your counterpart, started almost the same day that the fair opened to start running their own booth, start building relations, start making contacts.
No. So this is it. You know, I keep saying in this country, it's like the more we move forward, the more we are at some point. Yes.
So you call that progressive? Okay, retrogressing progressively.
I don't know the word for it, but it shows lack of seriousness in everything that we do. No, we'll do a one day. We'll so ashebi. We'll so ashebi.
Over everything.
No, we'll so ashebi. We'll so ashebi. We'll bring what they call them. Talking drum. And then
get trained.
Yes.
Best
yes.
Make it big.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Instead of the Thursday that he's talking about, which is today, for a fair that is already
almost closing.
Let's leave it to Saturday. Our usual one be there so that they will know that Nigeria has arrived.
Yes.
They will be there waiting for
us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, thank you very much for that. And moving over to the punch line, the punch headlines, we have Wike, Makinde, and Makinde rift threatens high-stakes PDP conversion. This headline points to political tension within the PDP, a rift between two influential figures like Wike and Makinde. Now, will this cause a division in the party? Do you think this would cause a division? Because knowing fully well that Wike and Makinde they are from the same political party, which is the PDP.
You know, Wike, I don't even know how to start addressing this man's issue.
Okay.
He has started seeing himself as a demigod.
He is a demigod.
That says, and it will stand, because in this news, this story, you read a line where he said, they must do as I said. When I got to that line, I screamed. I said, Jesus, what is this with this man? What does he mean? Is this a party? Like, not a private, a personal affair. It's not personal property. So why are you trying to treat it as if it's just yours? This is where we have different individuals who have come together sharing the same philosophy, the same principle. Yes, we agree that in every, let's say, gathering or group, there's bound to be different views. And the fracas has already been created. It's already there. The crack is already there. We know that. But these people are trying to know if they will be able to harmonize the house so that they'll be able to get ready come 2027. But Wike already has his own allies who are subservient to him, who are answerable, if I should put it that way, to him. So he determines who becomes the vice chairman, the secretary. Anything contrary to that, Wike will say a no to a party, not an individual stuff. So what is he trying to what? That means all the peace moves they are making towards bringing harmony to the house. As long as it is going against Wike's principles and ideals, he's not for that. He kicks it. And that goes to show that this thing is even deeper than we are looking at it in the surface. Yes, it's not just what we are. I'm beginning to see it as if there's some external influence using him as an apparatus to make sure that this stability these people are talking about never comes to maturity or fruition. And he's actually dancing to the gallery, dancing to the tune of whomsoever that is beating that drum for him.
Yes.
It's so sad.
Wike, let me start by saying, who in the PDP will say otherwise when Wike has spoken? No, who in the PDP?
It's laughable.
Who in the PDP will say otherwise when Wike has spoken?
It's laughable.
And I ask again, is there no honor among thieves? Then, the saying is right that he who pays the piper pays the tune. Remember the G5. Do you remember the G5? The Ashebi wearing governors. In less than 3 years already, and they are falling apart. What are Wike's complaints? I listened to him, I think 2 nights ago. Yes. I listened to an interview he granted. He said he's not aware. He is not aware of the convention.
But they said
He said he's not aware. He has not been notified about the NEC meeting. That as far as he's concerned, there was no NEC meeting to determine when the convention will hold.
No, that's the.
I'm telling you what he said.
Okay.
I watched him grant an interview. He said, as far as he is concerned, no NEC meeting has held. He is not aware. They've not informed him
About it.
Yes, about Ibadan convention. What are his grounds? He said he's dissatisfied with the South Caretaker Committee, a committee that was constituted by the PDP National Working Committee. He said he doesn't approve of Odefa as National Vice Chairman of Southeast.
No, I want you to be getting it. He as a person in a party matter.
I'm trying to quote him. He said he was Dan Obi recognized as National Vice Chairman, South. Do you get it? Now, I go back to my earlier question. Who in the PDP will say otherwise?
When he has not spoken.
Yes.
Okay.
Because what is really going on? One single individual. Yes, I agree that he was aggrieved that PDP treated him poorly. But should PDP die at the expense of one man's grievance and happiness? The likes of Atiku, Tambuwa has left the party. What else does he want?
If he's not comfortable, he should leave there.
What else does he want?
There are other places to find yourself in. Okay, look at what
now, why is it that I want to ask? That's why I'm asking this question. All of them in PDP, if they are not in his pocket, those of them that are left in the PDP, if they are not in Wike's pocket, if there's nothing he's holding against them, can't he be expelled from the party?
That's exactly
for anti-party activities.
That has constitution.
Yes.
That is legally registered, like functioning on its own.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to find it difficult to wrap.
There's something going on behind.
Okay, I don't think. Okay, our group is meeting tomorrow, and obviously, I don't think we'll allow injustice to prevail. I can assure you that we will not allow it. Nobody serves the interest of the PDP more than I do. None of them. Really? So you are the only one who cares about PDP, who takes care of PDP more than, so you are more PDP than every other member of the PDP.
He who pays the piper, who pays the tune.
He said again, I am not aware of the convention. If notice of a meeting is not given to members of the, we will have the right to challenge it, and nobody can deny that right.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Yes. But they are saying from Makinday's end, they had this NEC meeting where they now reached the agreement to have the convention at Ibadan. So what is he saying?
The godfather of the PDP, Wike, is telling you that he's not aware of any NEC meeting.
And that's why everything is.
So the question I'm telling you, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Wike is holding something against them. If not, they should be man enough to call a spade a spade.
A spade and not a big spoon.
Call him out for anti-party activities. One person cannot hold the party ransom.
I am telling you.
Yes, the secretary to the PDP has come out to say that it has got to a point where they have to take action.
Yeah.
And indeed, if they are serious at rebate, if PDP is serious at rebate, it's time to stand their ground and call Wike to order. What does he hold against them?
Expel him.
Yes, what does he hold against him? Besides, this is why do you keep going around Wike? And PDP is not serious, if I may put it that way, because they are telling us about the rebate of the PDP. They want to hold a convention where they will elect officers. Then we will see to it that 2027 they go into the field to have a PDP president. When you cannot put your house in order.
Yes, where there is disunity.
When a member of your NEC is telling you that he would do everything to make sure that a president of the opposition is elected.
And that your convention we are trying to
wait, something is amiss. Your governors are still in the party. They are still part of the NEC meeting, and they are endorsing a president of the opposition.
So what
kind of house are you building? The likes of Aneke will continue to talk, because the PDP, as far as I'm concerned, to this hour are no longer manly enough to stand their ground. So there's something they are not telling us, and that leaves me with the feeling that he is still funding the party. That's why he will determine what happens.
Okay, I see your point. Okay, thank you very much for that. And now we're moving over to the Vanguard headline. It says, anger over planned pay rise for political office holders. We could see sometime in the newspaper last week that the government had planned to increase rise in paying political office holders, and then the reflects is growing from public dissatisfaction that many Nigerians feel political leaders already enjoy huge benefits while the average citizen struggle with rising cost of living, but yet the government still insists on increasing the pay towards political office holders. Do you have anything to say on this?
I think we flogged this issue the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we flogged this issue the other day. But if we were to still do justice to this headline, if I were in this government, I would do everything humanly possible to see that a headline like this doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Because this makes of insensitivity on their part.
Selfishness.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We are talking about a country where the common man are still reeling from the effects of your policy calculations. Immediately you assumed office. We are just about start talking about stabilizing the economy. And begin to talk about growing economy and see the economic benefits, how to cushion the effects of the you created.
Yes.
And you're talking about increasing for people who doesn't depend on this salary.
They don't depend on this salary.
That's true.
Their takeaways, their allowances, that's what they live on. We know how much their security votes alone, just that one. So don't talk about.
So what do they do? What do they do with the security votes?
All right.
That's 1.5 million, and 1 million for minister is what they would need to be more comfortable. We provide health care for them. Yes, the president goes to take care of his health at anytime he wishes. The ministers are catered and provided for, down to the petrol in their car. The country provides it. And at a point when minimum wage of 70,000 cannot take a lot of people home or take care of a family of 5, and you're telling those suffering Nigerians that you want to increase their salary. That's insensitivity of the highest order. At a point when people are faced with insecurity, at a point where you should be more committed to see that the plight of the common man on the street is alleviated.
You know, it was Arewa Consultative Forum National Publicity Secretary Baba Tukar, professor, who was saying that the only thing they will say now regarding this headline, whether rise or whatever, that will make sense to him is for them to start to describe or propose on how to reduction in their drastic, he used the word drastic reduction in their earnings. And then he can sit up to say, let's talk. Because it is so huge. Forget the 1.5, that one is, the more you look, the less you see with that one. We are talking, the main gist is behind the allowances they go home with at the end of every month. So when they begin to look into it, talk about how to reduce it so that it will help to build, to grow the economy, because if those excesses will be able to be, or if they will slash it and haul back that into the economy, it will go a long way. I mean, it will go a long way to help the system to grow. We are at the stage of beginning to grow the economy, and we use every necessary means or channel to do that. So why have they refused, or are they feigning that they don't know that they are going home with Hugo's amount of allowances that are not even, that is not called for? They should be able to look into it and cut it down, slash it down. Their conscience, if they still have anyone that's still living and active and working, should be able to tell them, direct them. This 1.5 is enough. I know that at that level they are, these things are no longer their problem.
Yes. You've hit the nail on the head.
It's no longer their problem.
At this point in time, we should be talking about cutting the cost of governance.
I am telling you.
Listening to Mr. Chris Anibog yesterday, he talked about the SAs, SSA, TAA, EAA, and all the A's that you have. The cost of governance is high. Nobody is talking about reducing the cost of governance. Have you seen the convoy of a governor? Have you seen the convoy of a minister?
There are lots.
Have you seen the convoy of a commissioner?
Fleet of cars.
You have public officials boasting of being able to afford cars of over 500 million. And nobody is asking questions. And then you're telling the man whose take home cannot take him home that you want to increase the salary of someone who is already buying a car of 500 million.
Who doesn't need it?
Come on.
So that show that is saying, how can the president be taking 1.5? And
you know what I see here? 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 I think there's a word they say, is it psychophancy? Yes, somebody wants to impress Mr. President.
Because somebody somewhere.
I can't imagine it that this president would welcome such conversation or would engineer such. Somebody wants to impress him. Somebody wants to get his attention. Somebody wants to be recognized, to be seen, as.
Someone wants to be in his good book.
You understand? So, and the earlier we do away with such things and care about the sensibilities of the normal people, the citizens, the better for us.
Yes.
If we imagine our policies, imagine our direction, there are better things that we should be talking about now.
And not
even at this point in time where we want to commend the president for the security measures he has taken, that we begin to see tiny effects, impacts, and then you're bringing this headline. No.
That's true. Thank you. And speaking of security, we have a trending story here in Anambra State that happened couple of days ago at Oba Idemili, Anambra State, concerning a corps member who was harassed by vigilante by name one Mrs. Eloho
Jennifer.
Okay, Edema Eloho Jennifer, a 22-year-old female, if I'm not mistaken, that she was being physically attacked and stripped naked by the armed vigilante. I don't know, and then I don't know the take on it. I read somewhere that the government have actually said something concerning this issue, that where they had to sack this vigilante. I think there were about 7 of them or so, where they had to sack them and also strip them of their rights, collect their weapons, and just
if that is the
go
only,
that way.
If that is the only punishment, for me, that means nothing has been done to them.
That's true.
Did you watch the video?
I watched the video.
Oh, it was so inhumane. So and for what? What was our offense? Were they able to tell us what our offense really were? Why will you treat any human being like that? Meanwhile, she's a core member. And she made people understand that she's a core member, serving core member. So what moved you? What still made you to go ahead to manhandle her the way you did? I have not heard from the governor. I think everybody is actually waiting for the governor to speak. Yes.
We are waiting for the governor to speak. You know, lots of time we'll sit in this studio and then we'll berate the government. But at the end of the day, we don't love ourselves. These so-called vigilantes, I suppose they are from the same community. What's their portfolio? Provide security, right? And then instead of providing security,
I think they are called Ugoge Chamber. Be something like that. Ugone Chamber.
Ugone Chamber.
Yes.
Okay. Then they now turn around to become Ugone Rimba. You know,
to become security threats.
Okay. Yes.
A core member who is serving the nation.
The nation.
You know, I begin to imagine when I was a core member as well. You know, I remember one incident that never leaves my head. I made the mistake of my life of going to the market to go and buy food items. I was serving in a polytechnic then. So, innocently, I strayed into the market to buy food items. And then I wanted to buy fish. I went to one woman. I just needed one piece of fish, you know, and please, we couldn't communicate, language barrier. So I was using my hand, and she was trying to, while I was saying I needed one, she kept packing fish, bringing as many fishes as possible, and I was like, one. I was looking for help for somebody to, at the end of the day, someone else came who is able to interpret and communicate as well, and it was like, she said, you are my daughter's teacher, and all the fish. I was rejecting this fish, and the woman said no. I had no choice. Everybody gathered, said, oh, I have to. So in my lunch, that everybody ate fish. What am I trying to say? The reverence, the respect that I left my own state, my village, my mother's comfort.
Yeah, your comfort zone.
And I came to serve. I was treated like royalty. And then someone who the government pays her salary had the effrontery to lay hands on a core member. The question I want to ask at this time is, what is Brigadier General Olusheye saying about this? What has he said? Because this core member happens to be under his care. You're telling me that they've been said to have been sacked, right? That's not enough. It has to be prosecuted.
Yes.
How can you dehumanize a Nigerian? A Nigerian is not just a Nigerian. This Nigerian is serving Nigeria.
Yes.
Like at this point now,
I heard she's
with stress of doing unholy things to her. I can't say that.
Even if she
I
did
can't say that on air.
wrong.
Do you understand? And you have to strip her naked like a common criminal.
Exactly.
And you are told that this person is a core member who is serving Nigeria.
you went ahead to do what you did to her.
Has he gotten this badge? Then I ask, if you were in St. Limes, there's no way the governor, at this point in time, either the governor will have tendered apology and resigned for failure of leadership because the buck stops on his table. He wouldn't be seeking re-election. I've been waiting to hear what the governor had to say.
I'm actually waiting for that.
What he has to say.
I think the only thing that was said was there was going to be physiology and psychological treatment given to her.
Is that enough? Yes, the lady has to undergo some psychological care because she has been abused and dehumanized. But the governor, what is he doing about it? It means that the governor has failed at his job, the little job he has.
You constituted
and
those
another
people.
thought, what was done to those vigilantes?
That's the thing.
They said
Just
sacked.
to go home.
Just sacked.
By now.
No, they can't just be sacked.
No, they had to be prosecuted. They had to be prosecuted. What I'm saying, the governor failed at his job. These people were they not vetted. You gave arms to psychological imbalanced human beings. Anybody who could do that to another human being is psychological imbalanced. The person is as worse as is supposed to be in the zoo or in the wild. You can imagine. I kept thinking, when I saw that name, even at this moment, I have struggled. I've been researching to know because I know a Jane, but I don't know if it's a Jennifer and Edema. You understand? And I know it's from states from there, but I don't know the particular place. I've been ravaging through Facebook and everything and trying to make communication and see. Do you understand? And then I began to imagine. Yes, she is my sister, but what if is my blood? And my mother has to watch her daughter being treated that way. Come on. Mr. President, the DG of NYSC,
please,
Attorney General of the Federation, every human rights organization, women rights organization, it's time to stand up and act. No Nigerian should be treated such. No Nigerian should be treated that way in Nigeria. How can other Nigerians courageously stand up to go to other states to say they want to serve their fatherland?
That's true.
The governor, I am sorry, but I will boldly and courageously say that you failed at it.
You did, though.
Well, thank you very much for that and for your opinions. And please, as usual, do not forget you can also grab physical copies at your favorite vendor or catch the e-paper online. And after the break, it's time to unwind a little with a celebration. Please stay with us.
Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world. Welcome to Aneke TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Still watching Sunrise on Aneke TV, and today we have a celebration which is the International Day of Remembrance and Tribute to the Victims of Terrorism. Now this is an annual observance on August 21st, designated by the United Nations General Assembly in 2017. This day serves a vital purpose to honor and support the victims and survivors of terrorism nationwide, and to promote and protect their human rights and fundamental freedoms. Now, the purpose of the day is The purpose of the day is in terrorism in all forms and manifestation is one of the most serious threats to international peace and security. While the world often focuses on the geopolitical and security aspect of terrorism, the human cost is immense and often overlooked. The International Day of Remembrance seeks to address this day by honoring victims, also by giving a voice to survivors, and then also we have another purpose is to promote human rights or encouraging solidarity. It calls on the international community to stand in with victims, recognizing the shared global challenge of terrorism. Another purpose is also to emphasize the role of victims in counter-terrorism. Now, the day recognizes the crucial role that victims can play in countering terrorism and also to counter terrorism and also prevent violent extremism by sharing their experiences to one another. They can provide powerful messages of peace, resilience, and hope. Now, the impact of terrorism on victims, it's during victim attack does not end when the immediate news cycle fades. Victims and survivors often face a long term of psychological problem or physiological problem, so they have this mentality that maybe one day this is going to happen to them again. Now please let us know what you're celebrating today in your various place or wherever you're watching from, and then share with us on our social media handles at YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, all on Aneke TV. And it's a wrap on today's edition of Sunrise. Thank you for staying with us to this very moment. It's always a pleasure to wake up with you. I am Deborah Mwakoba.
And I'm Uche Osai. Stay good, be unique, and remember, keep watching Aneke TV till come your way same time tomorrow. Salute.
Who is a woman? She is not just born, she is awakened. A woman carries history in her hands and possibility in her steps. She is a daughter, mother, dreamer, healer, not made to follow, but to walk beside. Not to be silenced, but to speak life. She builds from fragments and sings over scars. Where others see endings, she dares to begin again. Her silence is loud and her presence is a protest against every force that tried to diminish her. To know a woman is to glimpse the divine. For in her voice is rhythm, in her womb is the future, and in her soul the sacred strength that has shaped the earth itself.
TV, the heartbeat of culture, truth and innovation. From breaking news to inspiring documentaries, from grassroots traditions, mysteries of life to global perspectives, we'll tell your stories. We amplify your voice and your vision. With every screen we light up, we connect, inform and empower. It's more than a television. This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Good morning and welcome to Insight, where we explore the heartbeat of politics and the voice of the people here on Aneke TV. Today, we will look at issues, headlines that shape our nation. We'll bring you expert analysis, hot debates, and the people's voice, your neighbors in the street. Today, with me on this show, is Comrade Ben Asogwa, Enugu State Chairman of Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC. Mr. Ben, it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It's also a pleasure being here with you.
I hope it was not difficult locating us today.
No.
All right.
This is a strategic place in Enugu.
All right. So let's get right into it. Comrade Ben, let's start with Enugu State. How do you assess the performance of the governor of Enugu State, Peter Ba's administration generally?
All right. Let me start with this. You know, before the governor came in during their campaign period, they made a whole lot of commitments, including other aspirants. He, in particular, made a lot of commitments. Some of those commitments we saw as things that might not be possible. But going by the way he's working, there's one thing I give to him. There's one thing so significant and so peculiar to Peter Mba as a governor. That is the fact that he pursues his goal with energy. If he tells you he wants to do this, you see him pursuing that with energy. And that is one thing that distinguishes him from other leaders in our country. Some leaders in this country, when they make statements, they take those statements as political statements. But I feel from what is going on and the way the governor acts, that most of his actions or whatever he has promised, he takes those things into heart and works towards achieving them. We're looking at it from the perspective of his promises. One thing is making effort. When you see that somebody has promised you, maybe he made a promise that he will give you this table, and you see him doing everything possible to provide the table for you. Even if at the end of the day, he did not provide exactly this table, but something that is as good, you know that this is a man that keeps to his word. So I can tell you, I may not say that he has gotten everything 100% because he's a human being. But I can tell you that when it comes to determination to do things, he has it. In fact, he's top-notch in pursuing his goals. And one of them, the issue of infrastructure. I remember when he mentioned certain things he was going to carry out. Some of us didn't see it as a possibility. And he's a kind of person that gathers so many things at the same time. If you look at the level of projects he executes, he's not concentrating on roads only, he's not concentrating on health only, he's not concentrating on education only. So even as a labor leader, I know quite well, yes, sometimes we disagree with those in public offices like government officials. But when you do something the right way, we praise you for that. So it's not like a political singing, but under the perfect statement of facts, I can tell you that his own infrastructure is grassroots oriented. And you can see that from what is happening with the smart schools and hospitals. So this is the first time we are seeing a system where the government will come to execute projects that go down the routes, or down to the ward level. We have 260 wards in the state, and when he started smart schools, in fact, we've been used to a situation where the sitting governor will start something and the rest select where to do and that ends it. Then, if you come to talk, some other person will tell you, it's our own people is our own person that is there. But for him, he took it to the 260 wards, which is when it comes to the issue of security. You know, insecurity has become a problem in this part of the world. Even initially, it wasn't that bad, but it got bad at a stage. And he came in when there was this anxiety, serious anxiety. Sit at home was still ongoing, and with that. But he insisted and pursued it until we achieved this level of bam. At least on Mondays, we still, you know, Igbos are known for their business. In fact, we survive by our own efforts. Because being a kind of parks, then, and the parks that look like what you can majorly see in the airports. So,
Can you discuss the potential benefits of this 100 CNG?
Is on this issue of the cost, because we know quite well, yes, considering the comfort in those vehicles, it's worth it. And but you know our people have this mentality. We like comfort, but when it comes to spending extra dime to get the comfort, so you know, to spending extra dime to get the comfort, so you know, then you spend the same money and then enjoy transportation. There is why I'm saying it is that the amounts they placed on those things, you see some level of little shift upwards, like 100 naira.
Some people will argue that before.
Let me tell you, transportation, we don't have transportation issues. Yes, in their own government. But what do you call transportation issue for us? So, and that is why I believe that if any providing comfortable environment for whatever you are doing, even